Hey guys, it's Kevin again. So I think it's time that we just have a little bit of a conversation regarding what's been going on with this YouTube channel because I will admit it, and I'm sure you can notice too, it really has not been the same for the past year or so. And there are multiple reasons as to why that is, but I figured that I should just, and I've talked a little bit about why that is the case, but I wanted to go ahead and kind of give you guys more of an update on some things that I kind of want to do to improve this channel because if I'm being honest, I love what I do. I generally do. And I hate the fact that I have not been able to put in the effort into YouTube that I have wanted to. For the past year or so, there's just been a lot going on in my life and I just have not been able to keep up with things at the speed that I did. And so because of that, YouTube just became kind of secondary, and I just was not able to put forth the effort that I once was able to do. Years ago, we're talking like before the pandemic, I was able to put a ton of energy in. It was like the main thing I focused on. I would get reviews done consistently. I was always staying up to date with things. Hell, I would have friends who would tell me that they were burnt out or they didn't want to continue doing it, and I just didn't quite understand it at the time. I didn't understand how can somebody, not want to do something that they love to do. Why would somebody not be motivated for that? That's something I just simply did not comprehend. And well, I'm going to sit here and say I get it now. I really do, because listen, as much as I've tried to put more effort into things this year, I feel like the way I've been going about it has not been the right way. Last year, as you know, was not a very consistent year in terms of YouTube. I was so busy with other things, whether it was, finishing out my associate's degree, work, this game that my girlfriend and I worked on, a podcast that my girlfriend and I do, all this other stuff that I had going on in my life. And I just was not able to prioritize YouTube. There were so many times I wanted to do it and I just didn't. And I don't really understand why. And I was really frustrated at myself. I'm not going to lie, because there were plenty of movies that I really wanted to review, but because of the fact that I've tried to set very stringent guidelines as to in order I must do, which again is completely arbitrary and something I should have recognized was arbitrary, that there's a strict order of things that I need to follow, and because of that, I can't get this video done until I have this video done and things like that. And I should have just recognized that all that was going to do was just make things a lot more stressful, and I didn't quite realize it at the time. So when this year started out, I said, okay, I'm going to try to catch up on as many things as I possibly can. I'm going to get it all done probably by May, and then I will be caught up by the summer. And well, it didn't quite work out that way. There's some things that went on in my life earlier this year that I don't want to get into too much, but it really just kind of made me not want to do much. I don't really want to talk too much about it, but there's, it really just kind of made me lose my motivation for a lot of things. And because of that, I didn't even do a proper video until I did a video in the beginning of the year, and then something happened, and then I didn't do a video again until literally when you saw me upload it in the April to June video. I didn't film the rest of that video until literally May. That's how long it took me to actually sit down and do a proper video. And so because of that, I've really just kind of had a hard time getting back into it, and I don't think I realized how hard it was going to be. When something's in your life so consistently, as long as YouTube has, you would think I'd be able to just turn on the camera, do what I do, and not have to, feel forced in any way. But I think because of the fact that I was trying to pressure myself so much to try to catch up on things as much as I possibly could and get everything done, because I didn't want anything to go underseen. The way I look at it, and again, you guys are going to say, Kevin, you're crazy for thinking this, but it's true. The way I've always looked at it is if I don't talk about one thing, then I'm not going to talk about anything, and I'm just going to become a lot more inconsistent in that way. So I was trying to do what I can to make sure every single movie I watched was, shown, was reviewed. Every single thing that I had seen, I had gotten a review done for and things like that. And because of that, I again, just was not able to do things to the speed that I wanted to. I think I was forcing it too much. And that is all to say that as much as I would love to continue trying to catch up on things, I think I'm just going to put the catching up to 2022 thing to a halt. I know I just uploaded my what I watched in November through December of 2022 video. The reason I decided to go ahead and still upload that is because the fact that I had already started working on it, and then talking to some friends and things like that, ultimately made me come to this decision that I just need to kind of move forward. I feel like I've been trying so hard to, again, focus on, what I hadn't gotten done to kind of make up for that, but I didn't realize in doing that, it would make me lose a lot more motivation. It would make things a lot more stressful for me. And so just to make things a little bit easier, and also because the fact that, if I'm being quite honest, I'm not necessarily proud of how those videos have gone. Like, yes, I'm happy I talked about these movies, but they're movies I wish I would have talked about when they first initially came out. I hadn't seen them in a while. There were a lot of them I had not gotten a chance to rewatch or anything like that. And it sucks because, like, this is the most amount of films I've ever seen. Like, I saw over 300 movies in 2022, and, I wish that I was able to do more videos for it, but I do have a solution to make up. I'm not going to forego it entirely. What I am going to do is, in the description, I'm going to put 3 letterbox lists that I've compiled. One of them is my rankings of every single 2022 film, which I'm finally going to make public. I've been holding off on doing so because I don't like doing that until I have the best of and worst of video done. Then I have, actually, I guess 4 links, actually. I have the best of list, which is actually a top 30, just because I saw so many. Like, there were some movies I just didn't want to leave out, so it's a top 30. And then the top 10 worst of 2022. And then, just to make things a little, just to, again, just because this was something I was planning to do, I have one last list, which are movies that I did not get a chance to review. These are all the movies I wanted to review individually, and I was planning to initially do a video where I was going to talk about, here's the ones I would have talked about in September or in October, in November and December, but I just don't think I'm going to get around to those. And so because of that, I have compiled 3 lists, but that's not the end of this announcement. There is one thing I do want to do, just so I can get back into the swing of things. 2023 is coming to an end at this point. That's part of the reason I'm not doing the 2022 video anymore, because I feel like a lot of people just aren't going to watch the best of and worst of videos anymore. And again, that's something I've talked to like friends about and things like that. But the goal right now is to move forward. And that's really what I need to do. Like, we are nearing the end of 2023. I can't keep focusing on 2022 movies that came out literally a year ago today. Like, I'm sure there are some people that are interested, but I don't think the demand is there as much as it would have been had I reviewed them when they initially came out. The way YouTube works now, if you're not reviewing things like within the month it came out, there tends to not be as much of an audience for that. The algorithm just doesn't quite work in that way. So, and that's again something I just think I've been kind of neglecting. So because of that, what I am going to do is something that I really kind of haven't done before, and that is I'm still going to catch up on 2023 stuff, but simultaneously I'm also going to review select films that I've decided to do individual reviews for, starting off with Bottoms and The Nun 2. I've already seen both of these. I'm going to film my reviews for those. Those will be up at some point during this weekend. I'm not entirely sure when, but you can look forward to that. But also, just to make up for the fact that I haven't reviewed any movies from this year whatsoever, I am going to do a video talking about the 3 movies I was planning to review individually in January, and then do a what I watched in January video. And from there, every single week, what I'm going to do is both simultaneously the latest movies that came out, not all of them. As you guys know, I only do a select few films. And that is something I am going to continue to do, just because it's a lot easier for me to do that. Trust me, if I was to do an individual review for every single movie I was talking about, I would literally never get caught up. So I'm not going to do that. It's going to be at least 4 or 5 films per month, and I've done it so I have at least one film to talk about pretty much every other week. I think the only week I don't have a movie coming out in September to talk about is next week. There just isn't a lot that I want to talk about on an individual level, but you are also going to get a video talking about movies that came out in February, movies that came out in March, movies that came out in April, until I'm caught up. And it's not going to take me too long to do that, honestly, because of the fact that the summer months especially, I feel like I've been a lot more consistent with watching stuff, so it's going to be a lot easier to get those videos out. I'm going to feel a lot less pressure in doing that, and also sticking to a more, stricter schedule in that way is going to make it so I'm not as behind as I am. I don't have a reason to be as behind because now I have an actual set schedule of what I want to do, and I'm hoping that's going to get me back to just the way things used to be. I really love doing YouTube. I love filming videos. It's something that I've always enjoyed doing, and I want to be able to enjoy it again. And that's not to say I haven't been enjoying it, but it hasn't been the way I used to enjoy it. And the way, and this new system for me is hopefully the way that I'm going to just kind of reignite my love for filming YouTube videos. It's going to feel less like pressure, and it's going to feel more like something I generally enjoy doing. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do moving forward. Again, I just want to go ahead. I know it's not needed, but I just feel like I need to go ahead and kind of apologize for the way things have been handled these past 2 years. I just feel like YouTube has not been something I've been putting as much effort into. I've been trying the best that I possibly can, but I just don't think I've been doing as good of a job as I used to, and I'm hoping that moving forward, that is going to change. I'm hoping that by the end of this year, I can say, things started off really rocky, but I finally turned it around, and now we're back to doing I'm back to doing what I love doing. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I want to say here. There's other videos you can also look forward to, like I did a video of my girlfriend talking about all the movies coming out, or all the shows we watched in like 2022 that we didn't get a chance to do reviews for. It's called What We Watched. It's kind of like What I Watch, but instead it's What We Watch, because we watch pretty much everything together. So you can look forward to that as well. That is going to be a series and things like that. Any videos that I filmed, I am going to upload, but in terms of like trying to catch up on 2022 stuff, aside from those 2 videos, I'm pretty much done with that. So just to sum it up again, I will post those links in the description below. You guys can look forward to those. And I do apologize for not being able to do video reviews of those, but pretty much every single movie that I didn't get a chance to do a review for, I have an individual review for. So you can look forward to that right there. But also look forward to the latest new movies that I will be reviewing, like I said, starting with Bottoms and The Nun 2. I'm also going to do Haunting in Venice later, sometime next week, so look forward to that as well as the what I watched and the reviews that I would have done for January, February, March, April, so on and so forth, until we get pretty much caught up to September, which again, I don't think is going to be too hard to do, just because of the fact that there aren't as many movies I need to catch up on as I thought I needed to. So once I'm done with that, you will get to see my video with that. But again, I just figured that I should go ahead and just do this little announcement. I know that to some of you this isn't a huge deal, but to me, it's just something that I feel like I kind of needed to do. I've really loved what I'm doing, and I want to be able to enjoy what I'm doing again. So yeah, other than that, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I do really love what I really love what I do, and I want to continue doing what I love doing. I've done YouTube for a very long time now, and I really don't want to stop anytime soon. I don't want to get to a point where it feels like work. And, when it comes to what I was doing, it very much was feeling like work to me. I want this to be something that I enjoy doing, and I think doing it this way is definitely going to make it a lot easier for me to enjoy what I'm doing again. So other than that, so for this video, hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys in my next video, and we'll see you guys for that. Okay, bye.